Hello there, in this video we're going to start making our card component, so let's go. Okay, welcome back to the file. So we're in the UI kit file. I'm going to go up here to pages and click on the plus to add a new page. I'm going to call this card for now. And what we'll do is we'll start setting up the page ready for our new component. Let's just go back to accordion and steal the layout for now. So we'll lock that again, go back into card, press Command V, and let's just remove the component and start to rename some of these things. Okay, so that's some of the page updated. Let's go in here, let's just add a sentence so we know what the component is about. So a card is a flexible container for grouping related content and actions. So we could have images, we could have text, we could have buttons. It's going to house lots of different things. Okay, so let's think about the states. I think for a card component, let's add in a few states. So we're definitely going to have enabled. So let's add that in. We're going to have hovered. We're going to have focused. We're going to have disabled. Let's just go down here. So we don't actually need these ones from the accordion. Let's get rid of those. I'm going to put activated on here as well. Just going to press Option. Let's just click and drag. There we go. I'm going to put press there as well, and let's just drag these out again. Let's just add a state in here for dragged. So you might be in the position of where you have multiple cards on the UI and you want to drag and drop them around the interface. So that could be an option. Let's press Command D. Let's shift and click and drag. There we go. And the last one we can do, is error. So I think that's enough states for the card. Those are the ones we'll aim to design out as we build the component. Let's just go back to our research file quickly. Okay, here we go. So let's copy and paste out the different types of cards that we're using in our design. So on the home page to begin with, we're using this latest courses one. So let's just Command C. Let's go back in here. Let's just place them on the left hand side for now. So we've got this one. Okay, let's go back into the research file. So let's go in here again. So homepage, we've already grabbed these latest courses cards just here. So the reviews are kind of similar in the card approach, but they're part of a carousel. So I might want to build a carousel component that's dedicated to showing this type of content. So I'll leave it for the moment. Let's just go across. Nothing on the about page. Let's go across again. Okay, so courses are merged. So we have the courses card that we've already taken, and we have, okay, so we've got the merchandise one here. Let's copy that out. So Command C. Let's go back into the UI kit file. Command V. Let's put that in here. I'll just put that as merch. Okay, let's go back into the research file. Let's go across here to the Get in Touch page. So I don't think there's anything there that would be a card component at the moment. Let's go across to the final page. Okay, so checkout, we've got the different sections. I mean, you have the basket here that kind of looks like a card, but it does have a lot of additional functionality in there. So it's not something I would select for this type of component that we're building. So we'll leave that alone for now. Okay. So back into our file, we've got our two examples here. We've got courses and merch. They're quite similar in how they look. So one's got a smaller image at the top and one's got a slightly larger image. We've got ratings here, we've got heading. On this card, we've got some additional context. And then both have got a price, and then they've also got a before price as well that's strike through. Let's start by drawing out a frame down here, and this can be our testing area. Okay, let's start with the courses variant first. So let's just Option, click and drag. Let's bring it in here. So let's see what we have. So we've got the image at the top. We have the rating, the heading, the content, and then we've got our pricing at the bottom. On here we've got a larger image. We've got the reviews, we've got the heading. We don't have extra content, and then we've got the pricing at the bottom. So I'm trying to think how I can build this. So I build one component with multiple states, and then I could toggle these different features on this one component on and off to get the result for a courses and a merch card. So I think the one thing that is definitely unique between these two cards is the image. So let's click on the image first. I'm going to option drag and click that out. I'm going to command click on this so I jump straight into that layer. I'm going to option click and drag it out. Yeah, so I want to create it so we can choose between either a small or a large image. So I've just copied and pasted something from the navigation page. Let's just click here on our main page. I'm just going to command V. I've stolen this account section here. So I'm just going to delete that. I probably don't need the states at the moment. Let's click in the heading, and for now let's just put image size. I'm just going to click here, and let's take the large one first. Click inside that container, press Command V. So I'm just going to round out these numbers ever so slightly. So let's just do 300 by 300 for now. We can always change that afterwards. Let's just go back in. What was the height on this? So this was a 200. So let's go here, let's press Command D. Let's set that to a vertical auto layout by clicking here. So just to highlight right now, Figma has just had its annual conference and it's created lots of different updates for the interface. So you might start to see things on the UI change. So auto layout looks slightly different with some additional buttons. Also along the bottom here we've got some extra functionality, so dev mode, design, draw. I'll let you dig into those particular items, or maybe in another video I'll dig into them. But for now let's focus on what we're doing. So if anything's changed in Figma, I'll do my best to explain this to you as we go along. Okay, so the vertical layout has been selected. Let's just reduce this to a height of 200 for now. Okay, let's also increase the space between, so it's currently 8. Let's make that 40 for now. Let's just rename this frame here. So this is the large and this will be the small. Okay, let's just select both of those. Let's go up here, create multiple components. Let's combine as variants. And the component itself, let's name it underscore image. I put the underscore at the beginning because I don't want it to get published in the UI kit. I just want it to be used inside this card component. We can change that later if we want, but for now that's how I'm going to do it. Let's go in here, let's type as a property, this is size, and we've got large and small. Let's just add a design system color for now. We'll just use a neutral color for the moment. So yeah, we'll use neutral 40 for now. That should be fine. Okay, so we've got the two different image sizes that we need. I'm just going to leave those two there for the moment. Okay, so let's come here to this card. Let's option click, and let me just see what we've got in terms of layers. So first of all, that frame is no longer required. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to copy and paste the small. Let's click on this, paste it in. Let's just put that at the top for the moment. Let's delete the old one out. Now I think I would like to have a bit more control over this particular part here, which is the reviews. So again, I'm going to press Command C. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to duplicate this row. Let's just rename this to reviews. Give that a capital as well. I'm going to delete out that component. I'm going to go into the container. I'm going to press Command V, and that pastes in our stars for what we have at the moment. Let's just go into the frame, and what I'm going to do to begin with is I'm actually going to call this no stars, and I'm going to create multiple versions. So let's set up some spacing variables. So we've got 4 pixels between, 8 pixels either side, and top and bottom is 8. Let's go in here to the stars, select all of these. Let's use a design system color. Let's have a look, neutral 30. Yeah, we can use that for the moment. Just going to collapse those layers to tidy it up. So we've got no stars. I'm going to press Command D, duplicate that out. I'm going to just adjust that from 40. Let's tighten this up a little bit. Let's do 16. And let's start here. So we're going to do 1 star. Go in, let's highlight that star. Let's change the color. Yeah, I don't think caramel is going to work. Let's go up to sand and let's potentially use, just want to use a color for the moment. So yeah, for the moment, let's use sand, what is it? Sand 100, sand 200. Let's use sand 200. It's a bit darker. Let's go in here. So that's 1 star. Let's press, I think the shortcut's Option L to collapse the layers. Let's press Command D. This is going to be 2 stars. Go in here. I'm going to press I on the keyboard, hold Shift, click. That applies that brown color. Again, Command D, rename that layer to 3 stars. Click on that star, I on the keyboard, Shift and click, Command D again, click on that star, I on the keyboard, Shift and click. Just going to rename that because that's 4 stars. And the last one, which is going to be 5 stars. There we go, click on the arrow, I on the keyboard, hold Shift, click. So we've got our reviews. Let's go in here. Let's click on the container, collapse everything. Probably makes it a bit easier. Okay, so I've selected all of these star ratings. Okay, I'm going to go up here, click on create multiple components. There we go. I'm going to combine them as variants. Again, I don't want this component used widely in the design system. I just want it available for this component for now. So I'm going to put underscore and I'll just put reviews. I'll rename this property to rating and that should be all good. So now what we'll do is let's take 3 stars. Actually, let's take 5. This is a 5-star course, so we're going to stick 5 stars in here. There we go. So 5 stars. Okay, that's available here. Okay, so we've got our image, we've got our star ratings. Might actually rename that to star rating. Yeah, I think that's better, star rating. Okay, so on to the next item. Okay, that's it for part 1 of the video. Part 2 will be next week. So like and subscribe, add some comments, check out some other videos on my channel, and I will see you in the next video.